Hello and welcome to Journey to Easter. Today is March 5th, Tuesday, third week of Lent. Wow, 3 weeks we're into right now of celebrating this wonderful season that the church gives us as a gift. And I guess I need to ask the question, how are you doing? How's your Lent going for you? Today in the Gospel of Matthew, it reads, Peter approached Jesus and asked him, Lord, if my brother sins against me, how often must I forgive? As many as 7 times? And Jesus answered, I say to you, not 7 times, but 77 times. We all know that forgiveness is a very difficult thing. Peter, I think, as always, is asking those great questions, and he thought he was one up on Jesus when he said, how many times should I forgive? 7 times. He thought he was being real generous. But Jesus goes a step further, quite a few steps further, and gives that beautiful line that he says, not 7 times, but 77 times. He really challenges us to realize that, forgiveness needs to be a part of our lives. I know I've shared this before, but in my marriage prep, one of the videos that I use with the young couples as they're preparing, it's entitled "The Most Important Word in a Relationship," the most important word in marriage. And they interview different couples throughout this video, and every one of them says the same thing: forgiveness, and how important that is, and even the importance of don't keep score. Don't keep it in your mind, well, I forgave you this many times, you should forgive me that many times. And, you need to be the first one, always, to embrace that forgiveness in your heart. We should understand that, the sin of not forgiving, that can become a little bit of a torture in your life because it really begins to eat away at you. It begins to really affect everything that you do, everything that you say, everything that you are, every relationship that you have. If you have such vengeance in your heart, for somebody that has wronged you, it's not going to make you well. I mean, it really will begin to break you down emotionally, and I can promise you that it will begin to affect you even physically. I have to share with you, one of my own forgiveness stories, and I don't shy away from talking about something very difficult that happened in my life, and that was experiencing divorce. It wasn't something that I ever expected, and trust me, I didn't go to the altar, and think, well, if this doesn't work out, I'll just get out of it. No, I went to the altar saying, I'm doing this until I'm pushing up daisies. But I have come to realize that things happen, and sometimes it's out of our control. And would I have done anything to save what I had? Yes, absolutely. But sometimes you have to have 2, to make it work that way. And things just happen. But I had a lot of anger, a lot of unforgiveness in my heart, throughout this beginning of the breakup of my marriage. And I remember going on a Christ Renews' parish retreat, and it was my first time as a participant, and I went several other times as a team member. At first I didn't think I needed this retreat because I've been on lots of retreats. I'm the church guy, and not only have I directed, but I've participated in. I usually take a yearly retreat somewhere. It's something very important to me because I need that time. But this retreat experience came at a very good time in my journey of life and journey of faith. And part of the retreat, you're given a box, and you're supposed to put things into that box that you need Jesus to take away. And of course, one of the things I put in there, was I need to be more forgiving. I need to forgive. And I remember doing that and placing it at the altar of our Lord. And all of a sudden, just this rush of mercy came over me and freedom, to set me free. And I remember after that retreat, I sent a message. It just said, I forgive you. And I let it go, and I think from there on, life began to change for me. in the sense that, I didn't feel so controlled. I didn't feel so burdened. I didn't feel so tied down, with that anger that I had inside of me. He sets us free. He truly does. But he says, you have to have that forgiving heart. Lots of people have hurt you. Lots of people hurt us. But let me tell you, you think about, Jesus on the cross, and all that he went through and nothing that he deserved. And what were some of his last words? Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Sometimes that person doesn't know what they do to you, but it doesn't mean that you can't forgive them. I think today in this journey of Lent, this journey to Easter, I hope in some way that you learn what it means to forgive. And take it to heart when Jesus says, you know what? Not 7 times, but 77 times you must forgive. Don't give up. Keep battling. Boy, I can tell you, make that heart of yours a forgiving heart. Continue your journey to Easter.